Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello, and welcome to another week's episode of Spare Parts Racing. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Taylor.
And yeah, that's about where all the planning went. We don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. We have one NASCAR race to talk about, and a couple of F1 races we can maybe make a prediction on. Maybe next week's NASCAR. But yeah, I guess this week's going to be kind of more laid back. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is very depressing because we are slowly getting towards the end of every single season.
You say depressing, I say great, because I want this year over with.
Okay, fair enough.
I agree. I'm okay with the Max Verstappen wins every race until the end of the season train to be over. I'm good. I'm good with that. But we do have some interesting motorsports news with some of the announcements that we've had coming out, which are fun.
Which one? What do you want to start with? What's your favorite one?
Okay. My personal favorite one is probably the fact that Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs are now also part of the group that have ownership or whatever in Alpine, as Rory McIlroy I think is also a part of that. Is that the one with Ryan Reynolds?
I actually have no idea.
Or is it separate?
I just know that that's the group that is basically a whole bunch of celebrities that have an equity group that then bought a share. What, Steven?
Here. It's Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Rory McIlroy, Anthony Joshua, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Juan Mata, and Roger Ehrenberg are the new people coming in. Ryan Reynolds got in at the beginning of the year.
Okay, I see.
So they're all part of the same group, though.
But now they can all say, I own a little bit of Alpine.
So that entire group owns a quarter of Alpine.
Does that mean that Tavis is going to show up at one of the races now?
Is that what it's going to be? Is that what it is? Tavis?
I guess. I don't know. That's what the internet said.
Tavis Swelfsey? I don't know.
That's good. Swifty's got to workshop that. Yeah. So we'll give it 10 minutes, and we'll come back with a better answer.
Yeah, well, it's either Traveler or Tavis.
Oof. I'll go with Traveler. I think Traveler's the better one.
Okay, fair enough. I like it.
Yeah. I am getting kind of annoyed.
Reshape the internet.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of annoyed of fandoms for me colliding. Having okay, Taylor Swift F1, okay, or Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, okay, that's kind of fun. Football fan, Taylor Swift, okay. Now Travis Kelce in F1, what is happening with the world?
I know. Although, so the second announcement, I think, I'm assuming you guys saw this, but Netflix is doing this whole Netflix Cup thing with golfers and F1 drivers. I think it's four professional golfers, 4 F1 drivers.
I actually love that one.
It's going to be a live sporting thing. Which I find it interesting because and I get it because Netflix is trying to they're basically saying we have these 2 sports documentaries that we do, F1 Drive to Survive and Full Swing. So I think they're very much trying to draw more interest, pull the fan bases together in a way. So
yes, but
I think it's gonna be cool.
There's also another element to the Netflix one. Was it the Netflix Cup?
Okay, what? Yeah, something like that.
So you have to think about this
Netflix
also.
Cup.
The Netflix Cup is Netflix's first live sporting event.
Oh right.
So there
yes,
is going to be live with people of what's it called? Full Swing and Drive to Survive. So again, 2 big products they've had, which have been pretty successful, basically growing a couple B-level sports, I would say, in the global scene. So, and I think the tagline was like "Swing to Survive" or something like that.
Yep, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
something like that.
Which I like. But is this also Netflix testing the waters of becoming a sports broadcaster?
100%.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different TV deals that are coming up in the next 5-ish years.
Yeah.
Now is when you start experimenting, like, can we make this work? And then you try it out with some other things. It's sort of like when you finish out gambling on your major sports, like your footballs after the Super Bowl, after Stanley Cup's awarded, after NBA's done. It's like, what else can I bet on?
Water polo.
I know. Let's go to. I was going to say ping pong, but sure. Water polo.
Have you not bet on Slovakian water polo? Water polo. It is a great.
No,
it's a
but I put
moneymaker.
out. No, but
I
that's
haven't.
I put out a 15-leg parlay on ping pong. Sweat that out till 3 a.m. just to lose on the last leg. Oh well.
I actually don't know if he's being serious or not, Taylor. I think he has a.
I don't
I
know.
think he might have an issue.
I will say though, the image for this is very fun.
Oh, definitely.
I do like it.
Mhm.
A pit crew on the golf cart.
So who's participating in that again? If you haven't pulled up,
So
Yeah, Lando Norris, Albon, Gasly, and Sainz from F1. Ricky Fowler, Max Homa,
Yep.
Colin Morikawa, and Justin Thomas, who hasn't been having a good season or did not have a good season in the PGA. So it should be interesting because I know that the F1 guys golf a lot. So I feel like
Wow,
might
they're
surprise
rich.
us.
What do you expect?
Well, they all do, but like
They
I
all
feel like
golf
all
a lot, and they
athletes
all
are
have
golfing
yachts.
oxygen.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I think that's a pretty fun group of guys for the F1, I guess, side. Because it's like a 4v4, I think it is, with 2 F1 guys on each team and 2 golf guys.
Yep.
I think
Makes sense.
I think the fun part of that is seeing the average guy against pros.
Mm-hmm.
And like average, but they're still high-level athletes. But they're not like I cannot wait for Lando to get up there and shank one off the tee. And I think everyone at that point will be like, and turn off.
You know, I think it's gonna be something really fun, and it will be interesting to see how this live something goes for Netflix, because the last time that they tried to do something live, it didn't go very well for them. So
What they tried
we
before.
shall see. They tried to do the Love is Blind reunion live, and it was an absolute disaster.
Oh, right.
Like the technical difficulties that they had, like they didn't even end up. I don't think they ended up showing the reunion until like an hour and a half after they said that they were going to. So, and like you can't really, like if you're playing the game of golf, you can't really do that, right? Like you can't just push something off to an hour and a half depending on what time of the day that you're starting. So, especially now with like the days getting shorter, depending on where we are in the world where they're playing this, do not know, but
They're doing it in Vegas.
okay, so like yeah, the days are getting shorter. Like that, like an hour and a half means a lot in the game of golf, especially for the time of day. So hopefully Netflix can actually like withhold the amount of people that might be willing to watch.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
I mean, I've been saying for years that Netflix needs to get into sports. That's how they continue to grow and have an excuse to charge people more money. Because now imagine you have your Netflix package plus, hey, maybe an extra $25 a month. You now get F1 or golf or something like that. Like, I see Netflix needing to get into live sports, and I think they're kind of behind the ball actually.
They are, because I would say I think pretty much like a lot of them have deals with some sort of sports. Like Prime is with the NFL, so they've got Thursday Night Football. Disney Plus, at least in the States, has a deal with ESPN to show football.
Apple has MLS.
Apple. Yep, and Apple's also getting the F1 rights.
Oh, right.
Right? So there's like a lot of, and like Peacock has IndyCar.
We don't talk about the cock. It's not that good.
Yeah. And what, one
It's 'cause
race
we can't
really?
get it in Canada.
Yeah.
And ironically, the one race that is purely Peacock is in Canada.
Which is redonk. But yeah, I would say like Netflix is kind of behind the ball for sure on that front. Like, and they probably should have gotten into it a long time ago. But I think at this point they'd be scrambling for deals.
Yeah. I have no notes there, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, like Sean said, test out the capabilities. You have a couple years till contracts are done. You get a couple lower tier sports, so you can do it and try and be competitive later on.
Get NASCAR.
Honestly, that would be kind of a fun one.
They could.
NASCAR or IndyCar, get some of those on Netflix
Yeah.
would be a big boost.
A massive boost.
Though I don't think IndyCar would do it because they're sucking the teat of NBC. Oh, damn it. I missed a... Oh, shoot. That's a great sucking the cock as a Peacock joke, but...
There you go.
That's unfortunate.
There's your
That was a missed
title.
opportunity.
There's your title.
I don't think we can put that as the title, Steven.
Just put an apostrophe right before it.
No.
I don't want to risk it, okay?
Fine. No fun.
Lest we get all the porn bots
Exactly.
listening to Spare Parts.
NASCAR, however, going to Netflix, I think would be a really fun possibility. Because they already have the whole... 2 broadcasters carry the whole season issue.
Yep.
And yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of weird. And you have to decide which channel you're going to be on, especially for guys, like, I guess, for the American audience, you're always trying to figure out who was carrying NASCAR this weekend. I mean, generally, it's a little bit better. Back in the day, it used to be like 3 different channels, so 2 is not bad. But if you get a good deal with Netflix and maybe also documentaries out of it or more promotion, that could be something to save your series.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to a service like that where, again, having Netflix, you're already paying for it, you don't have to run ads middle of the race, then maybe there's some more incentive to not have cautions and not have stage breaks, and you can bring back a traditional form of racing.
Yes.
Like
Amen.
That's the one thing I love the most about streaming when it comes to sports. No commercials is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like F1 TV, watching IndyCar on TSN Plus, or if you find like some good bootleg streams out there of like IMSA or WEC or some stuff like that where there's no cautions or no commercials. Yeah, it's freaking great. And you just hear the cars all the time. Sometimes there's no commentators. That, I think, is something racing fans should be crying out more for. Get a product that doesn't take you out of it, that allows you to enjoy it, and you don't get, okay, these 20 laps are brought to you by this. And now here's a commercial of this. What race did they do that at? Do you remember that, Steven?
No, I can't think of it.
It was either a NASCAR or IndyCar race. It was like, okay, the next 20 laps are brought to you caution-free by Geico. It had like a Geico thing or something, maybe, across
That
it.
sounds like a NASCAR thing then.
But then after it immediately cut to a Geico ad. It's like, wow.
Yeah, the next 20 laps after this lap, when we're going to have a commercial for
Yeah.
Geico.
So
Because we're doing the Geico restart zone. You get a Geico commercial followed by just Geico across the street, across your screen for 20 laps.
eventually if you just
What could
keep
go
saying
wrong?
the word Geico, it just loses its like meaning. Geico, Geico.
Oh no! When you do that, then it starts to sound like weird. It doesn't even sound like a word anymore when you start to do that.
Geico.
It's like
Geico.
Apple. Play Apple enough, and you're like,
Apple.
What is this word?
Oh, I have a video of you drunk saying apple a lot, Taylor. I should pull that video up.
I do not remember.
Oh, that's coming out. That's coming out in the future.
Okay, you know what? That was the first. That was like the first
time
time
you
I'd
drank.
ever been drunk. Yep.
And what did we learn?
That it's fun.
No, it's
And
not.
that it was totally worth it to send Sean on a mission to get the alcohol for us.
I was the booze hound back in the day.
You were a
Not
booze
the
hound.
booze hound. No, it sounds like a drink it. No. Booze courier. Yeah, that was it.
Delivery boy.
That just sounds fucking insulting. Jesus.
Okay,
Anyway,
well, you did drink with us, so it was a fun time.
That's true. So yeah, new ownership in F1. Netflix getting involved. What else? What's next? What else do we have?
That was it for like news, at least that I know of.
Yeah, off-track news. On-track news. Vegas. For NASCAR,
Yeah.
not for
It's like, what are we talking about F1 already?
not for F1. Not for F1. Some people actually have been racing in Vegas for much longer than not even happening yet. Anywho, Vegas.
Well, I was also going to talk
Kyle
about...
Larson.
never mind.
What?
I'll bring it up afterwards.
Okay. Anyways, this will probably be quick because Kyle Larson just blew everyone out of the water. So
If he had one more lap, he wouldn't have... Bell would have caught him. Or spun him.
one of the two. Either way, I say it like Kyle Larson won by like 30 seconds or something. No, it was actually a really good battle between him and Christopher Bell at the end.
It was actually a decent race.
Yeah,
This car is really good in intermediate packages. I think we all know that. Like it just works.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I feel
the
like you guys
the
did
night.
that this year.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that while Kyle Larson dominated, he hasn't been doing it all year. Like he's had a very up down year. Like started off hot, sort of faded through the summer. Hasn't been bad. Hasn't been, I'd say, great in the playoffs. But like looking at what he did in Vegas and how him and Cliff Daniels have spoken in the media, I would not be surprised if he dominates the next two races in this round as well. So sort of push some other people out if they perform poorly. But we will see. What do you look? You got a face there, Sean. What
Sorry.
are you looking at?
Just reading an article here about IndyCar and Andretti. Not sure about their car count. This just came out maybe an hour ago or so.
Okay. Anyway, so we'll wrap this up quickly. Good race.
Yep.
Close. Kyle Larson's locked into the final four. Every playoff driver finished in the top 11, which was sort of shocking compared to how the last few weeks have gone.
And then Blaney didn't.
Well, he didn't until he did.
Which
was
the Blaney
very
getting
weird
disqualified and then getting undisqualified. And then the banter back and forth between Blaney and Bubba Wallace on Twitter was some of the most fun, I think, NASCAR Twitter or X or man, fuck Elon. NASCAR shitter has had in years. I don't know if you saw that. I think I told Steven, like, have you seen this? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, it's hilarious.
Dude.
Yeah, basically Blaney and Bubba were just going back and forth, ripping into each other.
Oh my.
Oh, it was so much funny. Like, I think Bubba Wallace replied to his tweet of getting, or like he made a comment like, "Oh, illegal shot yesterday, thumbs up," and like the eye rolling from the office. And then Blaney replied, "Oh, remember when you were on vacation last year during Miami?" And he sent a clip, I think it was, of Blaney wrecking. And yeah, it was just hilarious banter back and forth.
Yeah.
And like, I think people were a little too invested in it, being like, yeah, fuck him. And there's a lot of Bubba Wallace haters out there. And I don't think people realize that Bubba and Blaney are really close friends. So it's basically the equivalent of me and Steven going off on each other on Twitter back and forth and just insulting each other.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Well,
that's my favorite part of the weekend.
Yeah. I just had to double check, but yeah, if you want to know what their relationship is, they were the two that had the random teach me how to Dougie video.
Yeah.
Way back when.
I mean, that could be a relationship or friendship breaker right there, you know?
Yeah. So. But yeah, so what was it? So Blaney went from 17 points out to 56 points out and basically must win to back to 17 points out and still kind of must win, but yeah, we'll see. Next two races could be interesting because fucking William Byron's only 9 points out, so there's still a lot up in the air.
I did see. Let me see if I can find it. Someone made a post talking about like, maybe I don't see it here, how with the playoffs, it's like we're losing another actual title fight. Like if it wasn't for the playoffs, I think like the top 3 guys in the NASCAR championships are within like 40 points of each other. If you went like old Winston's Cup style points.
Yeah, there's always someone doing that.
I can't find anymore, but yeah, it was pretty interesting to see. I think it was basically just Byron and Hamlin were the top 2.
I'd be very intrigued to see where Truex was at.
Maybe it was Truex too. I don't know.
Well, because he's been so
consistent?
Bad since the playoffs started.
I mean, he was good all year, and then playoffs.
Actually, you know what? No, you're not wrong. He has been consistent. It just flipped from consistently good to consistently shit the last couple of weeks. Like, I was shocked when I saw, Truex finished, where was he? 9th. Really? He hadn't finished better than 15th a week ago, so.
That's fair.
Shocking. Anywho, I don't think there's anything else for NASCAR.
Yeah, no, that's kind of mostly it. No.
Unless you want to predict Homestead, but.
Busher.
I'm okay with that.
The Fords are usually decent at Homestead because it does have the long straights and they're a little more, I don't know.
Put the power down.
The Fords are always decent in the draft.
Yep. Well, that would certainly make it interesting because he's the furthest one out at 23 points out.
Yeah, and that would be a great storyline. And put a lot of pressure on some of those other guys who are expected to make it. Byron. If Byron doesn't make it, I'm not surprised.
No, don't say that.
Sorry,
It's the only one I have left on my team.
Help us, William Byron. You're her only hope.
Correct.
That's
literally.
A Star Wars reference. Just want to make sure, casual Star Wars reference.
Very good.
But yeah, what else do we got? Did you guys see Robert Wickens and who was his teammate?
Oh, that they won?
Yeah, they won the IMSA touring car, like the pilot challenge, I think, championship.
That was.
Yeah, they won the pilot challenge at wherever they were.
You'd be very hard pressed to find someone upset with that result.
It was Road Atlanta, by the way.
Oh,
Nice.
Petit Le Mans. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy to hear that. I was like, the Marshall group chat was going on and on and on about like everything that happened at Petit Le Mans, and apparently the Michelin Pilot Challenge was an interesting one. So, good for them. I'm happy.
I didn't follow a lot of the Petit Le Mans, but apparently, GTP cars had some issues.
Yeah, apparently. Honestly, I didn't follow it either. I was busy doing other things on Saturday, so.
Yes.
Yeah. But good for Wickens.
Yeah. I'm happy for him to get that, and I would love to see him get a seat at like a bigger team or something, like, higher up in sports cars or back in IndyCar. You don't need a break for the 500.
Nope.
Nah.
Well,
that'd be a fantastic one-off.
unless you're pitting. But yeah,
Ah,
no.
just coast. Put a drag chute on. But yeah. Anyway, the one thing I wanted to say that I was looking at, speaking of rides and stuff, Andretti apparently looking on what they want to do for a fourth ride.
Oh,
Oh,
so maybe there is some traction to Grosjean.
maybe if they have to.
Maybe.
Apparently, there was talks with Stingray Rob last year that broke down before the end of the season.
Why the heck? Well, that's not a surprise. The guy is like literally like on there, sponsored by Jesus. Like,
Oh, I thought he had the best name in sports. Stingray Rob is fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a great name in sports, but he's trash. Like,
Oh,
he's not good.
He's okay.
He's only
not
like
good.
20
Sean,
something.
Yeah.
he's not good.
It's better than DeFrancesco, okay?
Yeah. Sorry. Mm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, apparently one of the solutions or possibilities that is this fourth car is a partnership with Beretta and being a full-time team.
Ooh.
Interesting.
More interesting is who their driver would be.
Who would it be? Would it be Chadwick?
No, Tatiana Calderon.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
that makes sense
interesting.
too.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think that'd be interesting put in there. And if Chadwick does well in her second season of Indy NXT, is she I don't even know if she's doing that.
To be honest, I completely forgot that she was in Indy NXT.
Yeah,
I wanted to say Indy Lights, but I'm like, no, it changed.
Sean caught himself. I could see it.
I know. Yeah, there's nothing announced of her next year, what she's doing. So maybe if she has another season of Indy NXT, I hate it, every fiber of my body. Yeah, then maybe it could be a Beretta seat that then goes from Calderon to Chadwick. How old's Calderon?
I mean, XT technically, from what I can see, only has 7 cars on the grid, and it's mostly 2 teams.
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to Indian NXT. God, why can't you just fucking call it Indy Lights?
I know. I hate that they changed it. It's just so annoying to say.
But yeah, don't have a whole lot of news on that one. But anyway, just thought it was interesting that maybe there is something more happening with that Andretti seat. So, yeah,
Who knows?
that's all I got. It's a slow week.
Okay. Yeah. Which is fine because we're gonna be busy this weekend anyways.
Yeah, but like
That is
I
very
want to
true.
watch this weekend, and like I can't.
Okay. Well, we already said we have a plan, right? Race
we?
starts at 3. Yeah, race starts at 3. Just make sure the fucking ceremony starts on time. It won't.
Should
but
we explain the
can
joke to
try.
the audience? Because I was like,
Yeah, Sean's getting married because he's an idiot.
yay.
Okay, no. We're promoting marriage and all the things that anybody wants to do on the show. We're
Oh,
not.
definitely. Just don't spend the money on it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
I'll
money.
be getting eloped. Thank you.
The fuck you are. If I spend the money, you guys spend the money too.
I might not spend as much money.
I think
But-
that is smart.
Don't worry.
There you
You'll
go.
be invited to something at some
Fucking
point,
damn right.
whenever. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
Sean's
so,
getting married this weekend, so yay! We're all
Yay.
gonna be partying.
But yeah, we
very hard.
couldn't have started the ceremony at 2.
we
you know,
didn't-
make
we didn't
sure-
have
You
control for
can't
that.
just plan your ceremony
don't
around
care.
racing, Steven.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
No. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna
When did you guys book the venue again?
Ooh, are we even gonna do an episode next week? Because like,
We'll figure it out.
I'm away.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
We can always take a week off because you got married. That is fine.
I am dedicated to the show. I will not take a week off unless I accidentally screw up the recording, and therefore we don't have a week, but I still did it. I didn't take a week off. I just blew it on technology front, so, you know. We don't take weeks off here.
Yes, we do when there's vacation.
But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to get through the ceremony. As soon as the ceremony's done, we're going to flip our phones up and hopefully catch the beginning of the race. And then, you know, we'll do photos and shit and be distracted.
I'm still on, like, we should have one photo of just, like, us just, like, with a phone somewhere. Hiding in the background of a
that
photo.
might happen, but, like,
yeah,
naturally.
You can.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you can
Naturally,
probably get,
yes.
like, 3 different people with phones out at some point because there's going to be the race. It's going to be the witching hour for the 1 o'clock NFL
right.
games.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that you did right on scheduling, I'm so glad you did it when my team's playing on Thursday Night Football. I don't have to worry about it.
How's Jacksonville doing again?
4-2.
Okay.
You're doing fine.
That's decent.
Not bad.
Yeah. Taylor, how are the Chargers?
3-3. No. Yes.
They had a bye
No,
week,
2
did
and
they
3.
not?
Sorry. 2 and 3.
Ooh, losing record. Ooh.
Losing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yee.
Wasn't good. Wasn't good last night.
And Justin Herbert couldn't hit the
Tanking.
fucking broadside of a barn last night. Ooh. My fantasy
All
team
right.
thanks him.
Okay. Okay. First off, he has a broken finger. Okay, we're not can we just not talk about it? It was not pretty. Also, though, gonna laugh at how, like, all the Vegas lines were, like, over 50. 50.5, I think, was the line.
For what, last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. They probably lost a lot of money on people cashing out their under bets.
Oof. Yeah, I missed out on a big bet last night because of one shot in hockey. Ugh,
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
way it goes. It's okay. I've made a good amount the last week off my hockey bets.
Did you at least take the Verstappen 15 wins? That's what I was checking earlier.
Wait, that's actually a bet somewhere?
That was the beginning of the season
Fuck.
because he's 1 win away. So I cashed in on that on Sunday.
I want to say he's not going to win, but, like, yeah, he is. Unless someone takes out Verstappen or his engine goes boom. Remember back in the day when Hondas were so unreliable? I wish we could have those again.
GP2 engine.
Like, I would still love for it to be as fast as it is, but just blow up every other race. Just to make the championship easy. Also realize how Italian I am there with the hands.
Yes.
Just give me what they want. It would make the championship way more fun if Max DNF'd half the races. Or Checo.
It
or someone
really
else.
would.
But yeah, there is nothing that's going to stop him.
Checo shoots himself in the foot enough. It's fine.
Ooh, that's another thing we can talk about also.
What?
The Checo rumors that have come up.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Right, I
Mhm.
forgot about
Believe it
that.
when I see it.
Which rumor are we talking about?
The retirement
There's the
rumors?
retirement rumor. There's the Checo ultimatum that he has to finish second in the championship or else he's out.
Yeah, there have been a couple of rumors,
And I'm like, is Helmut Marko just shooting the shit because he can?
Okay, well, let's talk about the the retirement rumors because that is the most. Trust me, bro. I heard this.
Yeah, that's I don't believe that for a second.
There might be something to that one, to be honest.
Really?
I think so.
Do you think he could play like a Vettel and, like, all of a sudden he gets, like, a bunch of, like, Instagram stuff and he's like, by the way, I'm retiring?
As someone who once did the Trust Me Bro post on, like, Reddit of, I heard this rumor, this is what's happening. Like, guys talk, and rich guys out that have connections with the motorsports world are some of the best places to actually get rumors. And if it is someone tied with his sponsor that was at an event and that said, it's probably not going to be there. It might be his last season. They might pull funding or might get kicked out, yada, yada. Yeah, there might be some validity to that rumor.
That's fair. I do feel like, though, that, like, F1 is very much the, like, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Like, usually, like, we've heard a lot of rumors, and some of them so, like, outlandish that are like, okay, that can't be true. But there have been, like, I remember when it was being rumored that Vettel was retiring, but, like, people were like, no, like, I don't think he's going to, and then he did. So, like, I do very much think there is, like, a wherever there's some smoke or hints of rumors happening, that there could be actually a conversation there.
Yeah. Well, like, I would say, like, in my experience, like, because my rumor that I knew back in the day was the Stroll going to F1.
Oh.
I knew that in the summer of 2016.
Way back when.
Yes, because he wasn't announced until, like, later and stuff, but I knew that from working at the golf course and talking to rich guys who knew Lawrence Stroll. So, listen, rich guys love to talk about who they're connected with and what they know. So, yes, this could be a trust me bro rumor that someone posted on Reddit, but it could actually be, it could be right.
In the day and age when Apache helicopter schematics are being posted on War Thunder forums, anything is possible.
Dude, everything is posted on War Thunder, okay?
I know.
I think I'm on a list because I play that game.
Probably.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Oh, where did we begin on that one? Basically, there's this game, War Thunder.
I'm assuming it's a game.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Involving military vehicles fighting each other. Bunch of dude bros always love to prove their point of why the vehicle they love is superior to others. And to prove that, they love leaking the documents that are classified on these vehicles on their forums to be like, see, bro? Or people leak the documents to the developers just to be like, hey, I want this in the game. Here's all the details. Make it happen. Thank you. So.
Okay. It seems like a lot of nerd stuff.
Oh, it is hilarious nerd stuff, yes.
Okay.
Trust me, bro. Trust me.
Trust
Best
me.
source in the
Trust me,
world.
bro.
Trust me.
Bro. Ugh, dude bros.
Okay, if you had to make, right now, a trust me, bro rumor to post to stir up the internet, what would you post? Like, trust me, bro, I heard this.
I don't know.
I have a really good one. That would be a really fun.
Okay.
Trust me, bro.
Maybe,
Okay. Literally on the spot. Come up with this.
Yeah.
I would make a trust me, bro rumor. I heard that Penske is talking with NASCAR, selling IndyCar to NASCAR.
Oh, God.
That trust me, bro rumor, I think, would explode the motorsport, like the North American motorsports community, into a civil war.
Yeah, that's actually, fair.
Like, yeah, NASCAR is going to buy IndyCar and implement NASCAR rules into IndyCar. I think the world would fucking die.
You just told me it's hypothetical. I'm still pissed off.
I know, right?
There would be riots.
Scott Dixon wins stage 1 of the Toronto Grand Prix. Fuck.
We're only 10 laps in. Oh, Indy 500 in stages.
Oh. Would that just be Oh no, that would just be quarters, wouldn't it? Oh,
there's a halftime with Indy 500.
Yeah.
Everyone gets out of the car halfway. stand
Nickelback is playing the halftime show.
Whew. So yeah, that would be a very fun. Trust me, bro. I heard rumor. Anyone else got a fun trust me, bro rumor?
Oh.
Um,
Honestly, part of me wants to just say, yeah, go with the Nickelback plays the halftime show at the Indy 500. Just because if you like separate from Sean's, it would invoke so many questions. Why is there a halftime show at the Indy 500? Why is Nickelback the one playing it? How did that connection start?
That's a good one. That's honestly such a good one.
Oh my god. Honestly, right now, another good one would probably also be something to do with Lance Stroll's seat. Lawrence Stroll is selling Aston Martin. There you go.
That actually already is the rumor that's it's going to be sold to Aramco.
He's selling it. No, but here he's selling it to Andretti.
Ooh.
That's a trust me, bro.
Andretti's tired of the bullshit, and he's just bypassing and saying, "This is my seat now. Lance, you're out. Herta, you're in. Herta, you're now the new face of the guy that everyone hates."
Why'd we have to bring Herta into this? Ew.
I also can't think of one. I'm clearly not creative enough with this. Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. 24 hours of Le Mans now implementing stages.
And it's only going to be 8 hours.
That's like the worst thing ever. That's the worst thing ever. You.
All
stages in any form of motorsport is the worst.
Lower divisions of MotoGP are now going to have 3 tires instead of 2 to increase safety.
I'd be here for it. Less vegetables.
Jesus.
I'm trying to think of more. I'm sure I'll come up with a bunch after this.
Yeah, it was not a good trust me bro rumor. Trust me, bro. I heard from a guy that F1 is going to stop racing in Europe altogether because of emission laws. That's a trust me, bro rumor.
It's strictly Middle East and U.S.
Middle East, U.S., Asia. That's it. Brazil.
That wouldn't be outline or online debates. That'd just be straight up riots.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the British would just like slowly sink their little tiny island into the ground.
Trust me, bro. I heard a rumor we're gonna move away from Silverstone and race in a London street circuit.
Oh God.
That is a riot.
Will it also start at like 1 a.m?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
These are really fun. I gotta start just shit posting random rumors.
Yeah, you really should. See how much traction they get.
I think I just get murdered at that point. Someone would find me and just be like, stop it.
Someone would find you.
Probably.
Someone would like track your IP address or something.
Or he'd magically get one right and everyone would think he's the fucking prophet.
I am the new insider. Ooh. I don't know.
Insider
I don't know why I went ghostly with that, but
we're not far from Halloween.
Yeah, that's true.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Okay, I was gonna say we should have a Halloween costume ideas involving racing, but I think we should save that for next week.
If it happens.
If we do anything.
If.
Figure it out. What else we got? Anything else you want to talk about?
I honestly think that's it in the world of motorsports this week.
Considering this started with, well, I don't know what we're going to talk about.
We've milked almost an hour out of this, surprisingly.
Exactly. So cut Cut your losses.
Oh, actually, last thing I was saying.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, it's okay. This is a quick thing, and I just want to point this out that I didn't know this existed, but I saw shit on it this weekend. Sim Racing Expo is a thing.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
There was some really cool ass shit
surprised.
there. There was a steering wheel that, as it turned, the dial in the center didn't move. Like it would correct itself. So you always had your like HUD in the center, and you could just steer, and that
Nice.
shit was cool.
Nice.
Cool.
I don't really know what else came out of that, but yeah,
Cool.
Just, you know. Normal shit. But anyway, yeah, Sim Racing Expo is a thing.
Nice.
We will have to go.
Yeah, I have no idea where it was, but yeah, I really want to go to that. Anyway, on that note, thank you guys for listening, and we may or may not be back next week. We'll see how we feel.
Depending on how hungover we are.
Or murdered.
Very.
Steven,
Both?
Steven, help me run. Help me run.
Thank you for tuning
Not
in
too
to
late.
the Spare
No.
Parts Racing podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.